Devin leaned back in his chair with a cold smile and said, "You're easily replaceable, Willa." The harsh office lights reflected off his polished desk while silence filled the small meeting room. Willa sat still, gripping the edge of the chair as anger burned inside her chest. 7 years of loyalty and perfection were being reduced to a careless sentence from HR. Devin pushed a paper toward her and explained her yearly raise was only 1%. He acted like her work meant nothing, even after she had saved the company millions. Months earlier, Willa had discovered a hidden flaw inside medical device components. If ignored, hospitals across the country could have faced dangerous equipment failures. Instead of gratitude, she received disrespect and humiliation from management. The company loved her skills but never valued the person behind them. Willa slowly removed an envelope from her bag and placed it on the table. Inside was her resignation letter along with a complete transition guide for her replacement. Devin barely looked at the documents before dismissing her from the company immediately. He confidently claimed the department could survive perfectly fine without her. Please subscribe and share our channel because we create powerful stories for you every day. Stay connected with our channel and keep watching amazing story videos like this one. 3 hours later, Willa walked out carrying a small box of personal belongings. Security guards watched her leave as if she were suddenly a stranger after 7 years. Hidden beneath her resignation letter was the detailed system nobody else understood. It contained the exact inspection methods that kept the company's products safe. Willa drove aimlessly through town before stopping beside the peaceful lake at Lakeside Park. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to feel the betrayal completely. Her phone suddenly rang again and again with calls from confused engineers at the plant. The testing systems were failing, and no one could understand the inspection results. Willa calmly turned off her phone and watched the water move beneath the evening sunlight. Whatever happened at the factory was no longer her responsibility to fix. The next morning, her phone exploded with dozens of missed calls and desperate messages. Production lines had stopped, and millions of dollars were already at risk. Devin finally called personally and asked her to return as a temporary consultant. Only 1 day earlier, he had treated her like she meant absolutely nothing. Willa smiled quietly and refused to rush back to save the company immediately. For once, Devin was the desperate one while she held all the power. Later that afternoon, Tara arrived at Willa's home looking exhausted and worried. The quality control department had collapsed into confusion after Willa's sudden departure. Willa explained that the machines were working perfectly fine as always. The real problem was that understood the exact sequence of her testing process. Tara admitted the company had never even seen the transition guide Willa created. Devin had ignored the document and failed to share it with anyone important. Within days, the manufacturing plant shut down completely as inspection failures increased rapidly. The company began preparing for possible recalls and financial disaster. Then the company president, Alan Bennett, personally arrived at Willa's front door. He offered her a powerful promotion, triple salary, and full control over quality assurance. Alan also revealed that senior management never knew about her resignation for over a day. Devin had hidden the situation until the crisis became impossible to cover up. Willa listened carefully while drinking coffee across from the exhausted company president. Despite the generous offer, something still felt deeply wrong her heart. That evening, she received another shocking message from someone inside accounting. Devin had been spreading rumors that Willa sabotaged the company before leaving. Furious, but controlled, Willa agreed to return for 1 consulting day only. She planned to help innocent workers while exposing the truth about Devin. When she entered the factory again, panic filled every hallway and testing lab. Employees looked relieved the moment they saw the woman who understood the system. Willa calmly guided the technicians through the proper inspection process step by step. Within hours, the critical hospital shipment finally passed every quality test. Alan thanked her sincerely and offered an even larger executive position afterward. He promised authority, respect, and protection from Devin's interference forever. Instead of accepting immediately, Willa revealed the missing transition guide herself. The document proved she had tried to help before Devin ignored everything. Devin nervously denied seeing the guide while sweat covered his face in Alan's office. But Willa presented her time-stamped copy and destroyed his excuses instantly. Alan realized Devin's mistakes nearly destroyed the company and cost millions in losses. The truth finally exposed exactly who had caused the disaster from the beginning. A few days later, Willa met Zoe Cantrell from Precision Medical Devices for dinner. Precision was Midwest Manufacturing's strongest competitor in the medical equipment industry. Zoe admired Willa's intelligence and offered her an incredible leadership position immediately. The offer included patents for her inspection systems and a salary beyond imagination. For the first time, Willa saw a future where her work carried her own name. She would finally own the system she had spent years building in silence. Willa officially rejected Midwest's final desperate offer and accepted Precision's proposal instead. But before starting, she spent weeks legally protecting every part of her methodology. Her attorney helped file patents that secured ownership of her revolutionary quality systems. Midwest suddenly realized they could no longer survive without licensing her work legally. Eventually, the company accepted Willa's expensive licensing agreement to save the factory. Ironically, Devon was assigned to manage the payments sent directly to her every quarter. Years later, Willa became one of the most respected experts in the industry. The woman once called Replaceable built a legacy so powerful that nobody could ever underestimate her again.